This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors. The Outdoor Journey Show with Matt Gaddis and Ty Morgan, brought to you by Journey Hunts and the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Welcome back to the Outdoor Journey Show. It is Matt Gaddis, Ty Morgan here with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Dr. Terry Sweet and Troy Sweet here with us, talking about ways to get involved.
Absolutely. And you know, when we left before the break, we were talking about one of the new bonuses to becoming a member is the Onyx Maps app. And I happen to have one of their chips in my GPS, which is just fabulous. I mean, it helps me delineate between public and private land and gives me the details even of who owns private land. So tell us a little bit about that app and how it works.
Well, it's a phone app. It's good for Android or iOS. It's a download. Once you become a member and you get your membership packet, you go to RMEF.org, log in, create a membership on RMEF.org, log in, and then you get the instructions on how to download the map. And then you get a 1 year for free of whatever state you choose. What's even better about it is if you know you're going to be in an area that doesn't have cellular service or 4G or 3G, to get that data connection, you can download the base maps, put them right in your phone. There's layers that overlay, the game management units overlay the public and private. It actually puts down, wildlife use. So if you're tracking elk or whatever, there's a layer for elk, there's a layer for deer, there's a layer for turkeys, bighorn sheep, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's all covered in this map. And, like I said, you can download the base map so you can be out in the field and have access to those maps right on your phone. You don't have to wait for a 4G connection or whatever to get those, the topo updates and that kind of stuff. So it's a great map. It's very powerful. I used it last week up doing some muzzleloading hunting, and it kept me out of trouble. There was a piece of public and a piece of private down on the bottom of this canyon that we were hunting, and I was able to tell exactly where I was at because the private wasn't well marked. So in the state of Colorado, it's on you to make sure that you stay off that private land. And this private land was not fenced, but we knew exactly where it was because we had this app. They make a great chip for your GPS if you want to go that route. But, a lot of guys, you want to carry one thing, and you got your cell phone, you got your camera, you got everything right there. So it's a great app. It kept me out of trouble. So.
Well, and honestly, the guys at Onyx Maps, I mean, they're just doing a great job. I mean, this has really changed just where you can know, or when you can know, where you can hunt. I mean, where you can go. It's been fabulous. It's been a great thing. So.
I mean, and there's layers in there that we didn't touch on. There's multiple layers, that you can see. There's points of interest for hunters and all kinds of different things, to keep you safe and help you, and then also it works just like a GPS. So you can put waypoints in there. You can put your truck in there. You can put your kill, your blood trails. There's all kinds of icons and all. I mean, it's a good app.
Good deal.
Found it very useful.
And Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation new members, as a part of their $35 membership fee, this is what they get for free for 1 year.
Yes, it's one of the perks. So you get the membership, you get the knife that we're sending out, and you get access to this X Hunt Maps.
So Troy, if somebody's listening right now and they want to become a member, how do they go about doing that?
Contact Terry 970-260-0988. If you want to become a member of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, or if you want to volunteer, we're always looking for help. This chapter does an amazing job fundraising, and we're always needing help for any number of the events that they pull off. Their fall raffles going on right now, so we need people to help with that. And then banquet planning is going to start here in a couple of months, or actually this month we're going to start planning the banquet for next year. So if you want to be a part of the #1 fundraising chapter in the country, give Terry a call.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. It's a fun group, too. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun people, and it's just a good time getting together and doing something productive, dealing with conservation.
It's a family. The Elk Foundation is a big family unit anyways, and once you're a member, there's access to all kinds of different things. Our Bugle magazine is a wealth of information. If you want to go hunting somewhere, there's a list in the back for outfitters and chapter chairs and people within the RMEF that are willing to help you plan a hunt or give you some guidance when you're going hunting in, Montana or Oregon or Washington. It's all right in there for you. It's at your fingertips.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, talking about that family kind of atmosphere of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and of our Grand Junction chapter, the average age in Colorado for a hunter right now is 52 years of age, and it's going up, not down. So how is the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation working toward getting youth into the outdoors?
We just launched a youth membership. It's $20, and that gets the youth basically a digital membership to the Elk Foundation. You get a digital copy of the Bugle magazine. We've got a Facebook feed that's just for the kids, that keeps them entertained. We've got a digital newsletter that's specifically geared toward kids. There's Twitter feeds and Pinterest and all kinds of different things to keep them entertained and interested in what we're doing, and to try and help drive them to be outdoors and go hunting, and, why hunting is conservation. It's all explained in there. It's just a great membership for those kids, and it's right up their alley, because, they don't want a Bugle magazine in hard copy. They want to be able to look at it on their iPad or their tablet or whatever they're carrying around, their phone.
Absolutely. And so how does that happen? How do they become a member? How does a youth member?
You can jump online at RMEF.org and sign up for a youth member. You can call Terry again at 970-260-0988 and tell him you want to buy a membership for your kid or whatever, or yourself, and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, and remember that right now it's we're wrapping up archery season actually tomorrow, and so if you're looking for a new bow and you want to check out a great bow that's just come out, the new Cruiser from Bear Archery, it's adjustable from 5 to 70 pounds, from 12 to 30 inches, and it's the only bow that you're ever going to need. This is not a toy. It's not just a youth bow. This is a bow that many adults are going to be shooting, and it's under $400 completely set up. So go to your local archery shop and look for a Bear Archery Cruiser bow. Guys, tell us some other things that the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation brings to the table for a member, for somebody who's a hunter, for somebody that just wants to get in the outdoors.
Like I was telling you, the Bugle magazine's a great resource for hunters. Like I said, in the back of our magazine is a listing of all the outfitters that support the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. So if you're planning a hunt out of state or even in state and you want to go with an outfitter, there's a bunch of pages in the back, and you just pick the state and start calling outfitters until you find one that fits your style and what you're looking for. If you want a tent camp or you want to stay in a lodge or whatever. And we've got outfitter members that have donated, 1 or 2 hunts all the way up to, millions of dollars worth of hunts that have helped us raise money to ensure the future of elk, other wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage. We added that last statement to our mission statement here a few years ago because we finally decided that it's time to embrace hunting and that hunting is conservation. We have actually tagged that phrase. And we truly believe that now, and our leadership has done a phenomenal job of growing membership. We're up over 200,000 members, and again, it's a big family. So if you're a member of the Elk Foundation and you're going to a city, you can contact the chapter chair that's in that area, and he'll open up his knowledge and help you. He might not give you his honey hole, but he's going to give you some guidance and some direction on, where you can start, and help you with maybe some contacts or whatever. But it's a big family, and Elk Foundation people look out for their own.
Yeah. And you nailed something on the head there. And I was so glad to see that embracing of hunting take place, because hunters are the ultimate conservationists. And that's something that we talk about regularly here on the show. And the second component is, being able, I have the Bugle magazine in my hands right now, and being able to go in here and look and actually find reputable outfitters. That's something that's dear to my heart, because that's what we do at Journey Hunts. We find the top outfitters that we can find for any given game, because let's just face it, there's good out there and there's bad out there. And the more layers of protection that you can find before you spend your hard-earned dollars to go on a hunt somewhere, the better it is. And this is just another avenue to look for wherever you want to hunt and find some recommended outfitters, and know that you're going to be going with a reputable outfitter.
Well, and to that point, Matt, if we get a report on an outfitter that they didn't do what they said they were going to do, if it happens more than once, they're off our list. It doesn't matter if they've donated $1 million worth of hunts or one. We take that list very seriously, and we don't want to put out, an inferior product. We don't want to support outfitters that are not doing what they claim to be doing. That's one of the things that we believe in.
Well, that's integrity. That's just doing things right, doing things with integrity. So that's a great thing.
Troy, we have some national events coming up here next month and 1st of December. So talk a little bit about our partnership with PBR, as well as our major elk camp coming up with the rodeo.
Well, like Dad was saying, we've got the PBR World Finals coming up here at the end of October. It's 5 days for their World Finals, and we've got 400 crazy elk hunters going out there to help us raise funds to ensure the future of elk. Last year we did a little over 100,000. But we only had half as many people out there. So we're hoping to have a really big event out there in support with the PBR, and it's just a great partnership. I think as of right now, before we even go out there, the PBR has helped us raise over $150,000 this year. It's a great partnership. And then in December, we have our national convention. It starts that first Thursday in December and goes through Sunday. We have Hunter Christmas, which is going on out there. It's at the Las Vegas Convention Center in the middle halls. We're 90% sold out on our booth space out there, and it's just been incredible. The vendors have just supported that immensely. It's going to be an amazing event. You know, we've got Daryl Singletary coming to sing for us. Easton Corman's going to be out there for Volunteer Fun Night. It's just a big celebration of the Elk Foundation and what we've accomplished, and it's just a chance to re-energize our volunteers moving into next year, you know, with the grind of fundraising. And most of our events take place in the first half of the year. We raise probably 75% of the money that we make in the first half of the year. But, you know, it's a great place to come out and get to know a bunch of people within the organization and have fun being out there during NFR.
Hunter's Christmas is it's a brand new venue for us, and tell us a little bit about that. Is it true that that's the only outdoor event going on out there when there's 40,000 people going to walk through there every day?
Yeah, most of the other shows out there are Western lifestyle-oriented shows, so you're going to find stuff to do with horses and cows and trucks and trailers and that kind of stuff, anything that supports Western lifestyle. Well, we fit really well in that niche, but what we're bringing to town is the hunting side of Western lifestyle. So, you know, now you're going to have the ATVs and the Brownings and Winchester, you know, Sitka's going to be out there, all that. The Great Elk Tour is going to be out there. You can come see 6 of the top, you know, elk in the world that we have on display that change out every year. Their trading post is out there where you can come out and buy RMEF apparel and see what our corporate partners are doing for us. You know, it's a great show. And again, it's totally unique to what's going on in Las Vegas. There's other shows out there, but there's nothing like what we're doing.
Well, we have our title sponsor, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, in the studio with us. We have Dr. Terry Sweet and Troy Sweet with us, and I want to thank you guys for coming in and sharing with us and informing our listeners exactly what the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is all about. So for Matt Gaddis and Ty Morgan, the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors.
This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors.